I'm in the middle of a screenwriting project that's a Frank Sinatra kind of a biopic, but that doesn't really hopefully do it full justice. But I finished a draft of that took up about 6 months of my life, and I'm also in the middle of a novel, which
How
I have
come you
to
never
finish
say that
soon.
it's for Martin Scorsese? That's so the most important
Because
part.
I don't want to curse it.
Oh, okay.
He'll quit
Can't
tomorrow
afford.
if I say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a pretty fun person to collaborate with.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
actually really had a chance to collaborate with him yet, but
Yeah.
I did meet him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How'd that go? Give us a little color.
Meeting Martin Scorsese, what I told Ayala, it was like sitting in a room with the world's greatest Martin Scorsese impersonator. He was like so him. It was like the eyebrows, and he was telling the stories. And I was like, this is uncanny. It was a thrill. It was a thrill.
Yeah.
And he gave me such, like, I had, an hour and a half of his time, and he just completely, like, a combination of storytelling and clear directives and, no pussyfooting around, and very well expressed, cogently, just told me, like, what he was hoping for, what he wanted the script to be, what he wanted to have in it, what he didn't want to have in it. It was so, such good direction. Just set me off.
What mistake in a screenplay will you not make this time? Like, what have you learned to let go of over the course of writing these screenplays?
Cleverness.
Trying to be too clever?
Yeah. But you have to be ingenious, so sometimes it's easy to get those things mixed up. And you have to try to solve storytelling problems in an ingenious way. You have to, like, how do I compress this time? How do I convey to the audience that 5 years have gone by, or that whatever it is? And you have to kind of be ingenious. There are a lot of cliche ways to do that. You have the pages blowing off the calendar, right? And you can start there, right? And then try to think your way through all those things, and then, like, no, those are all cliches. Well, how else could I do it? So you do need that kind of ingenuity. But at the same time, like, I always am fighting against the urge to show off how clever these solutions can be. And so that's what I've tried to be more straightforward, more direct, more, like, avoid cliche, but also just don't get too fancy.
And what does that let come through? Like, what is that in service of?
Brevity. Because your space is so limited, and especially with something like with the Sinatra thing, there's so much that I mean, it's an adaptation of an article by Gay Talese, a very famous article that Gay Talese wrote called "Frank Sinatra Has a Cold." That is really just a very focused moment in Frank Sinatra's life in 1965 when he's about to turn 50. So it's not like a walk the line or Ray kind of a thing of, like, that boy sure does love to sing, like. Who are those men with the violin cases, Daddy? Like, it's not. Stay away from them. They're bad. It's not like that kind of thing. It's focused, but still, there's so much to leave out or keep in, or to decide what's essential, what's not essential. So everything is in service of keeping it under 2 hours. Although with Martin Scorsese,
he's not
you feel
afraid to go a
less of
little
that
long.
pressure. But.